ITV2 has a week of sport.
Really fancy you.
Come on, Nell, come on. Ow, you're worse than the wires from Estimate V. I've got you cold.
Plus, everything you ever wanted to know about parrots but were afraid to ask from a man who really knows.
Oh, you're watching television. This is ITV2.
And this is Bedrock.
Boom!
I get it from the way you look. I get it from the way you shook me. Get it every time you look around.
On today's Bedrock Cyber Babe, Nell McAndrew will be giving us some expert computer advice, as well as giving us lowdown on what it's like to be the real-life Lara Croft.
Plus, after 6 months of feeling guilty, Leroy is getting on his knees to confess all to his friend Roger.
I shall be finding out why Cerys Matthews is kicking up a storm with Joe Guest and finding out just what Patrick Moore has in common with R. Malcolm.
And Richard O'Brien has made it through the Crystal Maze to join us for some expert problem solving in today's Words from the Wise.
It's unmissable!
You're watching television, and this is Bedrock.
I get it from the way you look. I get it from the way you shook me. Get it every time you look around. I don't know how you get your kicks. All I know is you got me licked. I know why the other guys, they still hang around. And funny how it always ends, breaking our backs just to try to be friends. And you seem happier then. And then why so blue? 'Cause I still want you
Hello.
Welcome to Thursday, March the 4th. Malcolm, what's happening?
Well, what happened March 4th is my birthday, you know.
Hey, happy birthday,
It is the
Malcolm.
Bedrock birthday week, it seems like.
I'm birthday out actually after Neil's.
Yeah,
Haven't you?
me
Oh,
too,
well, that's
yeah.
cool, 'cause I've
Sorry
got,
about
you know,
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
one for birthdays
All
anyway.
these
so just-
Pisces.
Yeah.
Well, apart from it being my birthday, there is a brand new film opening tomorrow starring chat show queen Oprah Winfrey. Yes, it's called Beloved and it stars Danny Glover and British actress Tandy Newton. It's directed by the wonderful Jonathan Demme, who made Silence of the Lambs and Philadelphia. Now, it's set in Ohio, 1873. It's about an escaped slave who's, well, she's been driven to some unspeakable acts. So she won't have to go back to slavery, really. I'll tell you what, in time-honoured tradition, let's watch a clip.
Okay.
Here she is with Danny Glover. First time they've met each other in years, and then we'll have a chat about it afterwards.
Okay.
You ain't leaving right away. You stay a while.
That's some of what I came for. Rest is you.
So there you go. Well, it's not exactly a Jonathan Demme film, action thriller thing, but it is. It's what I like to say. It's not a 90-minute movie. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's something you should really take time. It's very well layered, very well shot. And an amazing fact is, Oprah's so much into this book. Well, the book and the film. She bought the rights to it 10 years ago.
Really?
It's taken her 10 years to get this on the screen, and she actually produced it herself. So it's something she really, really feels quite earnest about. Neil, you've read the book, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's it like, mate?
It's good. Yeah, it's hard to film, I imagine. But no, I think it's well cast, and the book is very moving and very sort of quite heart-rending. So
Yeah. I mean, what do we think of as Oprah as an actor? I mean,
Well, I have to say, I loved her in The Colour Purple. I
Yeah,
thought
she
she
was
was
really-
superb
did she make
in
you
that.
cry
and-
or what?
Yeah, which is no easy feat to make me cry, and she made me very upset in The Colour Purple.
Yeah,
I thought she was brilliant, surprisingly enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks a bit of a tearjerker, and I don't know if I could sit through it.
Well, I don't want to give the plot away too much, but I mean, it's not just about Danny Glover and Oprah Winfrey and Tandy Newton, whose name, funnily enough, her real name in Zulu means beloved.
How weird. She
Yeah.
was born to play the
Destiny,
She was
yeah.
born to play the part.
Yeah.
But it is, there are a few weird little twists in it, really.
Okay.
So, listen, if you're up for an emotional trauma, Beloved is at the cinema near you as of tomorrow.
Yeah, but Malcolm, of course, it is your birthday, so we
didn't
couldn't have got
forget.
through your birthday without giving you some presents. Here we go. So dig up the presents.
Okay.
The rest of it was set, really, on the show on Monday, wasn't it?
Come on.
Oh,
Start opening.
oh. Well, I hope it's nothing expensive, you know.
Of course
Oh,
it's
you
not.
know, of course it's not.
How to succeed in a highly competitive job market. Oh, no.
Why
Maybe
so
like the
much?
price
It's a
on that.
recycled present. Oh. Whose birthday is it next?
We have to keep them in. We have to keep them in prep.
Right, writing paper and a pen. That's very good. Yep, right.
Because email's numbing your brain. You just you don't know how to do it anymore.
A CD. Oh, what could it be? Let me see.
A Greek singer.
Oh, I bought this for you, Neil. And you'll give me it back, you Indian giver, you. Right, and
You can say that, but I couldn't.
A lot of time and trouble to get you that.
Birmingham HC, I've always wanted one of these. I'll tell you what, I've read the London one, okay? No, the
This
characters...
is the follow-up,
No,
isn't
the
it?
characters aren't much. The characters aren't much, but the places are really real. Thank you very much. Oh, no, oh, gosh. More presents.
We love you, really.
Oh, I know you do. Well, it makes a change from me. Yes! BBC Cassettes, the kids from the Hall of Fame.
That's fantastic.
Right here, where I start paying. And last but not least, right. Is this
Rent to
personal?
kill.
Rent to kill flypapers.
Happy birthday, Malcolm.
Yes.
It's like I'll put those in my dressing room.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your very well thought presents.
Aren't they? Well, anyway, moving on to another chat show host. Did anyone see Jerry Springer on This Morning with Richard and Judy?
I missed it.
Missed it,
No.
actually.
Well, he's in the country because he's got a new video and a book to promote. And it's rather interesting given that said book has an interesting quote, considering he appeared on Richard and Judy. It says, "Talk show? I'm not doing any talk show. I don't care who the host is. I made a vow that I'd never be a guest on a talk show, and I'm sure as heck not going to start now." Now, he was on Richard and Judy the other day.
But surely you had a book to promote.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, he did have a book to promote.
Eat that, Jerry.
Yeah, the book is called Ringmaster, and it tells you all about the man himself and takes you behind the scenes of his show. And it's done sort of like a film, actually. And I think
Right.
it has been
It has been
filmed
made
since.
into a film, hasn't
In one bit, Jerry actually imagines what it'd be like to be on a chat show with God, and goes back to telling us all about his childhood, rather interestingly. And it charts his meteoric rise to TV fame from his humble beginnings in Finchley, North London.
Right.
So let's have a look at a clip. Here you go.
Hey, welcome to the show. The woman on my show today has a very unique problem that is threatening to destroy her relationship with her family. Well, rather than tell you what it is, why don't I just bring her out and let her tell you. Please welcome Adara. Yes.
Well, as you can see, as well as the book, he has a new video out, and this one was called "I Refuse to Wear Clothes," and it was too hot for TV broadcasting. So here's some other interesting ones in the book that he lists. He has
we see more of
private
that
lives.
clip?
No, I'm afraid not, Malcolm. Private lives of ministers' wives, teen vampires. My mother flirts with me. Zach, the 70-pound baby. Another show. Jerry rescues a 1,200-pound couple.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes, and yeah, some kind of interesting ones going on there. Anyway, what does everyone think of Jerry?
We see, I love the show, but I think this video is he's completely overexposed. I think he's really going to town. But I also think it's bizarre because he seems to be setting a trend, or there is a trend for nakedness on telly. Because remember on Richard and Judy that you mentioned earlier, we had that. And also I read in a magazine recently that Tesco's in Hastings are planning on having sessions specifically for shoppers from the local nudist colony.
I'm moving to Hastings.
Which is
Every
really
little
bizarre.
helps.
Don't go near the
anyway.
deli
Yes, you
counter.
know.
Well, enough about Jerry.
Well, I have to tell you, the I Refuse to Wear Clothes video is out for $13.99, and the book is priced $14.99. And you can see the new series of Jerry Springer at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays on ITV2.
But where would half the stand-ups in this country be without Jerry Springer? Anyway, there's something very exciting on MTV tonight, and I've seen a sneak preview. It's called Eagle's Claw, and it's an obscure 80s martial arts movie. Now, why am I so excited, I hear you cry?
Why are you so excited?
Well, it's been dubbed into English by none other than people like Cerys Matthews from Catatonia, Wycliffe Jean, Joe Guest, Jimmy Ray. So it's like road rage one time.
Joe Guest used to be a page 3 model.
She did, yeah. It also has a brilliant soundtrack featuring drum and bass, and also people like Fatboy Slim. So let's have a quick look at how it translates.
Yo, man, gaze now upon the hood. In the age long past, when the forces of light and darkness, they clashed in a monumental battle. The battle was good versus evil, man.
Now, it's really good. Malcolm, you like martial arts stuff. Do you think you'd watch this?
I love the old classic martial arts, and I remember the original of that, and I would definitely watch it. Of Eagle's Claw, yeah, it's a brilliant film. Yeah. But I like the way that, I mean, it's sort of Eurotrash, or the Rapido program, made this voiceover very popular again.
It's really funny.
I really like that idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Talking of which, as top TV celebrities, the three of you, what kind of films would you like to voice over if you could do that?
I would love to do a Bruce Lee film.
Would you?
Yeah. You want to fight? Fight me. I just think I'd be perfect for it.
Yeah, it's a shame that Bruce Lee wasn't a woman, because then he had that voice.
Whatever.
From
Bruce
Ireland.
Lee,
Brucette Lee.
Brucette only.
Brucette only, yeah.
I'd like to be a Scottish Powerpuff Girl.
Right.
And actually, I'd like to be a Powerpuff Girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool, that'd be excellent.
You'd make a great one.
Malcolm, you?
I don't know. It'd either be, I think, like one of those old Sergio Leone westerns, or a
bloke in the corner of the saloon. Yeah.
Yeah, or a Herbie movie, I think.
Oh, a car.
I'm not going down there.
Yeah, cool.
Were you just about to say I look like
And
a
MTV looks, it's brilliant, they're doing this. MTV's set to follow this programme with similar projects with musicians providing the voiceovers. You've got Jarvis Cocker is down to play a masked wrestler, and he's going, oh, he's on the floor. I took him down in Sheffield. And Blur's Graham Coxon is to be cast in a cannibal adventure, so he'll be eating girls and then boys and then boys. So Eagle's Claw will be kicking onto MTV at midnight tonight, and again on April the 13th.
Brilliant.
Well, if you have an intense desire to voice over any movie, tell us about it. You can call us on 0870 600 6606, or you can fax us on 0870 600 7707, or you can email us at bedrock@itv2.co.uk.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Woody!
Now, Leroy's been having sleepless nights for 6 months. In part 2, he's getting on his knees to tell all to his mate Roger just what's been keeping him up.
Also in part 2, the real-life Lara Croft. Nell McAndrew will be handing out a Bedrock approved sticker to one of this week's new games. She can raid my tomb anytime, do you know what I mean?
Not only that, but she will be getting adventurous with me for a friendly chat on the big cosy bed. And you know what? It's my birthday. I'll flirt if I want to. Flirt if I want to. Yes, that's coming up in about 20 minutes.
Okay, and get calling now, because Rocky Horror Show legend Richard O'Brien will be giving us words of wisdom later.
Wonder what the O stands for.
Oh dear. You're watching ITV2, and this is Bedrock.
It's my birthday!
It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right.
What is it about a classic ABBA song?
Hi, welcome back to Bedrock. Yeah, we're here with the amazingly lovely Nell McAndrew.
Can I sit there, Neil?
No, I'm sitting here.
Can I sit there, Neil?
No, I'm sitting here.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. You get to interview her later on the bed, OK? This is the games bit. Now, obviously, Nell McAndrew is otherwise known as the real-life Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, and she'll soon be seen spicing up VH1. Welcome to Bedrock. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
That's no problem. Can you wish Malcolm a happy birthday, please?
Happy birthday.
Go back now. Go back. OK. Now, do you play computer games?
I do. Obviously, I play Tomb Raider every now and again. I've never completed a whole game, but I do play the odd bit now and again.
I would have thought they would have made you forced you to play Tomb Raider.
Well, you would think so, but I don't actually have the time to sit and play. I mean,
bet.
it takes a long time to complete one of those.
It does. Apart from Tomb Raider, have you got another favourite game?
I love Formula 1.
That's my favourite.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of skill as well, so you must be quite good with it.
Yeah, well, I like driving in general.
Plus you can crash and get away with it.
Well, it's time now for the gloves to come off and the rules to go out of the window as two big bad games fight it out for a coveted Bedrock approved sticker. It's Battle of the Games! How'd you do that? Oh, it's really easy. It's just from diaphragm, darling. Okay, so Malcolm, since it's your birthday, will you help the real-life Lara to choose which is the best game? Now, first up, down to business, it's Gex 64. Now, Gex is a lizard on a quest to save the world. So, do you want to start?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
World domination by the evil Riz. Now, during his mission, he dons various disguises inspired by characters from movies and television. These include a Secret Service agent, a Kung Fu expert, and an astronaut. Now, it's really funny because Gex may sound familiar because the game has been voiced by comedy legend, hello, Leslie Phillips. I say, ding dong. Nell, what do you reckon?
It's good. The moves are good. You know, it's quite funny, but obviously it's not quite as good as Tomb Raider.
Similar kind of game, isn't it? That kind of platform.
Yeah, it's got that feel. You know, all the stone walls and everything. And
Right.
Yeah.
No, okay, good. Malcolm, what do you reckon?
Well, Neil, we see these platform games time and time again. I quite like the Leslie Phillips. I mean, it is de rigueur, but the only thing that lets it down for me is the camera angles. They're really clunky, and it gets really annoying when you get around
sometimes, because sometimes you've actually got a camera angle through the back of your head and some furniture, which you just can't shake for a couple of seconds.
It's very strange.
Okay, so remember this while we move on to the next game. I've got time to shoot some balls in a smoky environment. This is Virtual Pool 64. It's a pool simulation where the analog stick is like a virtual cue. You simply ease your cue back, follow it up with a gentle nudge or a quick flick to send the ball flying across the table. So someone break off for me. There we go.
Breaking.
Now, one of the cool things about this, it is a good game, you get to see all the angles, but also there's a trick mode where you can pretend you're John Virgo, of course, and set up some snazzy trick shots to impress your friends. But remember, it's only a game. So, Nell, what do you reckon about this one?
Well, I actually prefer playing the real pool, to be honest with you. You know, I think it could maybe get quite boring.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting, riveting game, but at the same time, it's one of the best.
We've had these virtual pool and snooker games on before, and they can, as you say, they can be really tough. But I find for people like me who've got no friends, it's very good. Very good to sit at home.
Well, I've got lots of friends, so
there you go.
Well, what's not quite very simulation about it? It's they haven't got like piles of coins lined up down the edge of the pool table.
Somebody going, what's the rule on 2 shots?
Yeah. Have I nominated a pocket? Anyway, okay, so you've played both of the games. It's time to give them marks out of 10. So first of all, Nell, can you give Gex a mark out of 10?
We'll give that a 8.
8? That's quite high. Malcolm, will you give it a mark out of 10?
Let me down on the graphics, can give it a 6.
6, okay. So that's 14 for Gex. Now, Nell, what about Virtual Pool?
I'm afraid that only gets a 5.
Oh dear.
I do prefer the real thing.
Okay, so that's a 5 for Virtual Pool. Malcolm?
Friendless, loveless, I'll go give it an 8, I think.
Okay, that's 8, which I think is approximately 13, which means that it's a close run thing, but in second place, Gex 64 is our Posh Spice, a game that tries to have a bit of class, but at the end of the day is as common as they come and only in it for the money, whereas first, Virtual Pool is our Kate Winslet, a classy game that does it with a bit of style and that actually has staying power without resorting to cheap tricks. So, of course, that means that Virtual Gex gets our Bedrock recommendation of the week and a coveted Bedrock approved sticker. Yeah, huge thanks, Nell, for coming to play with us.
Thank you.
It's really good to play with you.
Yeah, but stick around. Oh, I can't do this, Link. Stick around later for a chat on the bed, won't you, Nell?
I will. Can't wait for that.
Brilliant. It's my birthday. It couldn't be better. Where's the gram? But now there's someone who needs some serious confession to get out of his soul, and he's next door. Come this way. Come this way. Right, yes, it's part of the show where we play On Your Knees. This is Leroy.
Just write to us at Bedrock Free Post LON 3867 London W11 3BR.
Join us after the break when Neil and I will be chasing stars on the internet and Malcolm will be chasing Nell McAndrew around the girls' room.
Please don't encourage him in his dreams. You're watching ITV2 and this is Bedrock.
In today's busy world, it's not always easy to find time to look.
Yeah, if I forget my book and I forget a tube, I will buy a magazine. That's about it, really.
Ah, okay.
I read other people's all the time. I steal all the old
Hello,
ones.
welcome back to Bedrock. Rachel and I were just talking about our fascinations about magazines because I am addicted to them. Every single one on the planet that comes out, I've got a subscription to it, but you don't really, do you?
No, I like reading them. I have to say I do like reading them, but it's just, I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's a brand new magazine that's out today for us lovely 20-something girlies, and it's called Shine. There you go. And basically, it's a new health and beauty magazine, which is basically telling you how to be fitter, stronger, healthier, more beautiful, more intelligent, blah, blah, blah. Everything we need to know about being a girl, but without actually having to do any exercise or any of the other things that you need to do. Now, as well as the usual fashion and makeup things, it's got interviews with people like Sheryl Crow, it's got makeup tips, problem solving, bits about boys and stuff like that. I have to say, it's actually quite like a lot of the magazines that I read anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's quite like them.
It's kind of like, there's a good bit about skinny models, which you liked, wasn't there?
No, at the beginning they have this wonderfully high moralistic tone at the beginning where they say that here's 3 pictures of 3 very anorexic-looking models, and these are the only pictures you're going to see for the rest of the time because they're not going to show people this thin in the magazine because it's not real, it's not pretty, and it's not fun.
Exactly.
So that was kind of interesting, and as well, there's a great article which I very much enjoyed on how to blag free makeup in all the stores, saying like how you approach your whatever. Estée Lauder or Clinique or whoever, you approach the person at the sales counter and how you can blag free makeup and who gives it to you and who say, no, our policy is not to give any freebies.
As you can see, this was actually my magazine, but Rachel did grab it and read it when I was trying to find it. But anyway, there's this really good bit about going to the gym, about, you know, why you should go to the gym. Let me just find it. And it's basically sex in the gym because you can go and pull men. And then there's on the page next to that, nicely leading on, is 3 girls who found a personal trainer. So you should actually go to the gym. And then finally, there's another bit about why it's okay not to go to the gym. So it's kind of like it can't quite decide what it wants to do. But for me, it's a bit of Marie Claire, a bit of Cosmo, a bit of More, and a bit of B.
Yeah. Are you going to buy it?
I wouldn't buy it. No, I'd probably do what you do and read someone else's or nip into newsagents at lunchtime and flick through it. Yeah. But there you go. So Shine is out to date, cost £2.40.
Okay. Well, something in the stars tells me that I'm needed next door.
Did you
so I'm
read
going to have to
that
lead you. Huh? No.
I see. I see.
God, blimey. God, you're huge for a moment in my sky there.
Yeah, you're not.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I am standing up. Thank you. Blah, blah, all the above jokes.
Go on,
yes.
impress me. What have you got for me?
Well, as it's Malcolm's birthday,
yes.
It's not just his birthday, though. There is a special friend of ours, Patrick Moore, and it's his birthday today as well. So our bookmarks are dedicated to him.
So it's telescopes at the ready.
Yep, so happy birthday, Patrick. Here we go. Now, of course, before you even begin to wonder what on earth, here he is, here's Patrick Moore. Before you begin to wonder what on earth is going on, or not on earth, in the sky at night, there he is, good old Patrick.
Oh, look at them, there's our Patrick.
And there's Patrick with a Hawaiian shirt on.
Wow, it doesn't look like him at all, does it?
No, looks like Malcolm. There we are. You need to know what's going on. You need to know your constellations. Now, do you know your constellations? No. Some of the same words fall up in constellations and horoscopes. But come on, what's your star sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay, well, let's see what your constellation looks like. I imagine it probably looks something like a lion. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now this literally is a list of every single known constellation in the sky.
Yes.
And then it draws you a picture of how it looks. Now, look at that.
So is it going to tell me if we're going to make money next month?
It looks more like an iron than a lion. In
but
Zion, obviously. But there
absolutely. Is it going to tell me what's coming up for me next week in my love life?
No. It'll just tell you what stars look like. There we go.
Okay.
Now, but after this, there is actually a place you can go on the net, which is the Bradford Robotic telescope. Now, this is amazing. It's the first of its kind. It's an observatory in the West Yorkshire moors. Now, the telescope will tell you whether the conditions are right or not to make observations in the sky. And you don't actually need an astronomer present. It's utterly robotic. Now, anyone on the internet can register a request to see something in the sky. Yeah. So I sent in a request earlier. Cool. You have to send in a job number and what you want to look at. And then when it emails you back with your job, and I asked to see a specific type of galaxy, and I believe we got an email back saying yes, the conditions were fine. We could see this at this time and this day. It was a particular cluster, which I'm now waiting to.
Which you knew all about? Did you? You knew which cluster to ask
for? I knew nothing about it at all.
So you're trying to pass that off as if, like, I asked for this.
So while that's downloading, just a little bit of entertainment to fill the because of course, as everyone knows, Patrick Moore is a xylophone player. Yeah. So I'm going to play a little tune, serenade you with my xylophone skills.
Twinkle little... Can you go an octave lower for me? I wonder what you are.
So let's see if the stars loaded. No, well, see the job. That's a shame because the cluster I wanted to show you hasn't loaded up, which is a real shame. But never mind.
Downloaded from
Must have clouded over. The internet clouded over for a moment. I couldn't see nothing.
Well, I'm sure Patrick is very grateful and he would be proud of you. But anyway, now over to the other birthday boy who was in the girls' room with Nell McAndrew. What do you mean?
Oh, can birthdays get any better? As the real-life version of Lara Croft, my next guest today is a girl who millions of teenage boys and quite grown-up boys have dreamed about for years. And as of tomorrow, she'll be presenting a very spicy part of VH1. I'm talking about, of course, Neil McAndrew. Thanks for coming in my birthday, Neil.
Make that Nell.
I
Yeah.
did say it, Nell. Neil, well, I can call you Neil if you
All
want.
right,
I know you. This is the second time I interviewed you, isn't it?
It is. It is. Lucky me.
Lucky me. Now, you've just come back from the States, haven't you? What have you been up to over there?
Yes, I was just in LA, in Santa Monica, for a week. It was half work, half holiday, you know, meeting new agents out there. And I actually ended up going to see a music performance by Praz and Wycliffe, and Stevie Wonder appeared on stage.
Really?
So it was quite an interesting trip, yeah. And went to Las Vegas one night, and yeah. So
It all happens, doesn't it?
it does.
Now, you said you're going to meet agents there. Maybe a little bit of a Hollywood blockbuster movie coming up, maybe?
Oh, I'd love to think so, but you know, watch this space.
Because they're making a film of Tomb Raider at the moment, or they're due to, aren't they? Did you audition for it?
No, they've not actually casted for the part yet. They're still writing the script. So.
Oh, really? Because there's rumours about Rona Mitra playing it, or maybe yourself, or maybe
Yeah.
Liz Hurley.
Yeah, well, you know, until the script's finished, there won't be casting, so
Would you like the part,
nobody
though?
knows. I'd love to do it. It'd be a great challenge.
OK, we're going to go into about Lara Croft. How did you get to be Lara Croft? I mean, hair?
I wear a wig and it's glued on, you know, every time. It takes about 2 hours to get ready. And, you know, at the time when I actually auditioned for the part, I had a shaved head. So I went into the audition with a wig on, and because I knew I wouldn't have a chance, you know, going in as I was.
Sure.
And luckily, you know, they kept shortlisting and, you know, decided that they didn't mind, you know, buying a wig and, you know, using me as a character.
So they weren't freaked out when you said, actually, I'm a skinhead?
Yeah, well, they were a bit on the day, I think, but they soon got over it.
That means they can manipulate your hair more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what do you have to do as a real-life games character, though?
I have to put all the little, you know, the tight rubber body, the little shorts, guns, the wig, the glasses, and basically turn up, you know, and pose for Polaroid pictures with all the hordes of people that turn up, and, you know, do various, you know, personal appearances all over the world.
Now, I have to ask, though, that top you wear, it's rubber, yeah?
It is.
How do you get that on? It's very tight.
With great difficulty, with lots of talcum powder.
Oh, that's my nickname, Talcum.
Is it?
Well, yeah, it was.
I won't ask why.
Well, we can find out. Now, what fictional character do you most fancy?
Well, there is a guy called Duke Nukem that looks quite a tough, you know, mean, tough guy. Who, you know,
Yeah.
maybe he'd be all right.
Oh, right. OK, we'll move on to VH1. Now, Spice.
Yes, Spice
What's what?
is an hour of love. You know, it's got all the romantic sort of music and videos, you know, mixed with all the real raunchy videos as well.
Really?
So, you know, it's a great thing to watch because, you know, you're not just going to sit through a whole hour of soul or a whole hour of rock. You know, it's going to be a whole mixture of old and new and, you know, sexy videos.
Do you pick out your own music?
I do, yeah, I do. So that's brilliant because I love music, you know, so I've got a mixture, you know, I love Luther Vandross, I love Madonna, I love George Michael, you know, so, you know, put them all together in an hour.
This is your first foray into TV presenting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
How are you finding it?
It's really exciting. No, I'm really pleased because I love music, so, you know, it's the perfect thing for me to do. And, you know, and to be able to choose your own music as well is, you know, makes it feel, you know, it's more special.
Now, if you had to choose a desert island music video, what would it be?
Well, I really love the Madonna video, Justify My Love, where, you know, she's got the real blonde bombshell look and, you know, the black eye makeup and she's in the hotel. I love that video.
Oh, brilliant. Well,
Very sexy.
We've got Madonna coming up next, actually. She's in the studio. No, she's not, actually. Now, as a model, you promote the Jordan's racing team, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, I've just been promoting the new Jordan car. And
that must be amazing.
Drape all over it and, you know, wear the costume that matches, you know, matches the logo.
Do you get to go to the Grand Prix as well?
I've not been yet, but I'm going to be watching the live link on Saturday night to Melbourne.
Really?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, it says here, I've never seen it, you've posed nude a few times.
Really?
These researchers. Now, what's the best and worst thing about posing nude?
Well, you know, it's a closed set, you know, there's hardly anybody there and the people that are there are very professional.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Very professional.
So, you know, it's not as nerve-wracking as people think.
Now, what's the weirdest thing you've had to promote in your career?
Weirdest thing? I don't know, maybe being a real-life character like Lara Croft, you know, I mean, how many people get the chance to be you know, the most successful games character.
Yeah.
You know, with guns and, you know, go around pretending to shoot everything.
Yeah, I know. It's an
Pretty
icon,
weird.
isn't it, Lara
Yes,
Croft nowadays, isn't it? Well, Nell, thank you ever so much for coming around.
Thank you.
For my birthday.
You're
Maybe
welcome.
we'll go out for a drink later, maybe.
Maybe.
I might be
okay?
late home tonight, Mum. Sorry about that, love. Oh, well, listen, you'll stick around for the Bedrock Famous 5.
I will.
Are you trembling?
I am. I've no idea what you're going to ask me.
Right, well, it's very serious business. But first, there's music in the air.
Yes, indeed. The lovely Richard O'Brien is in the house.
Lovely.
Yes, welcome to Bedrock. Thank you very much for coming in.
We were just talking about fake tans.
We were talking about fake tan application.
Richard was telling us
I got a
how to
few
do it.
tips on it. But Richard is going to give us some more wise words on fake tan and other subjects later on. But first, it's time for this week's one of this week's hot new singles.
Yeah.
Yes, it's from Madonna. Do you like Madonna?
I kind of do like Madonna. Madonna is truly what we might call a survivor, isn't she?
Yeah, very much
She
so.
really has reinvented herself. There was a time when she became a little excessive, you know, and some of those videos she made were a little bit, you know, near the knuckle, you know, looked like she needed some ointment. And,
but she looks fantastic. I don't know if you've seen this video, Richard, but she looks fantastic in it. She won 4 Grammys last week, and in this video she's sort of dressed as a geisha girl, and she did an amazing live performance at the Grammys as well. But anyway, we'll see you later for Words in the Wise, but until now, here's Madonna.
Do you like that? Was Madonna's new video? Do you like that?
It's not bad. I prefer when she's, you know, more sort of seductive, you know, with the blonde hair and
It's spiky, wasn't it?
It's very weird.
But
She's gone
you
very
know,
weird, hasn't she?
I'd love to be Madonna for a day, so you know, I think she's great.
Definitely. Okay, well, Nell, you have been a presenter, a model, a
Yes.
games character. You've even been interviewed by Malcolm. But now it is going to be the toughest test of your career because it is time for your Bedrock Famous 5 questions. So, Malcolm, seeing as it's your birthday, you can do the honours. Can you do the lights? Thank you. And start the clock, please, if you would.
That way, isn't it?
Yeah, that way. That'll do. Okay. Question 1. You play adventurer Lara Croft.
Yes.
But what was adventurer Indiana Jones named after?
I've no idea.
Hurry along, quick.
Yes. Well, stand the dart.
Go on, I'm going to pass on that.
Okay.
His dog.
It was the family dog.
It was the
of
family
Jones.
dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Pressing on
learn
to
something new every day.
Question 2. You appear in the February issue of Maxim magazine.
Yes.
What colour is the sofa you're laying on?
In Maxim magazine.
Do you remember?
It is like a grey, really deep grey colour.
It's correct.
Well remembered.
Brilliant. Question 3. Apparently your favourite movie is Pretty Woman, starring
It
Julia
is,
Roberts.
yes.
But who sang the song of the same name?
Roy Orbison.
Correct.
Okay, question 4. You're from Leeds, but where is Leeds Castle?
Leeds Castle it's actually down south. It's not in Leeds.
Where exactly?
Do you know the county?
I don't know. Is it somewhere like Sussex or something?
next
Kent?
door.
I don't know.
So,
I've never been to it. Sorry.
No, not
Close.
sorry. The answer is Kent.
Oh.
okay, finally, you're doing okay. Question 5. Your name is Nell.
Yes.
Which Nelly said goodbye to the circus?
Nelly the elephant.
Oh, that was real brain teaser, wasn't it?
no.
Well
The
done,
pressure,
Nell.
the pressure.
You scored an amazing 3.
Not bad.
3
not
out.
bad.
That's not bad. That's the
Okay.
average. Thanks ever so much for taking in and coming in for my birthday.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that drink later on, maybe.
So,
Nell, do that bit now, please.
okay, stick around for part 4 of the show when Richard O'Brien will be giving out advice that'll really drive you insane.
And I'll be telling you just why Doctor Who can't possibly compete with Dr. Spock.
It's Tea Captain, but not as we know it.
Nell, can you lead us out, please?
I can. It's a very special day today. It's Malcolm's birthday. It's Bedrock.
Well, keeping the estate in order is such a difficult business these days. It's always an enormous amount of work to do. One family.
Raider. Anyway, welcome back to Malcolm's birthday Bedrock. Coming up, we've got loads of stuff, but yeah, Rachel and Heather will be talking to Richard O'Brien. But before that, what's going on?
Before that, it's time for today's vintage video. And in that Bedrock tenuous way of segueing into things, I've chosen a track by Beloved, in honour of tomorrow's release of Beloved with Oprah Winfrey, and I've chosen Sweet Harmony. Now, it was released in 1993. It comes from the Sweet Harmony album. The video is exactly the sort of video I'd like to appear in if I was a musician. And maybe, Nell, we'd like to sort of recreate it after the
Put it
show.
together, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
bit like the Jerry Springer that we looked at the top of the show as well, because everybody's naked. They refuse to wear clothes.
Well, maybe you can make up your own minds, because here is Beloved and a Sweet Harmony.
Time is running out. Let there be
No wardrobe required on that one then.
No, save
they're all
money on
naked.
videos. Okay, our guest today has done almost everything in showbiz that it's possible to do, but we know and love him best as the creator and star of the Rocky Horror Show and as the great master of the Crystal Maze. Welcome again, Richard O'Brien to Bedrock. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, how are you, Richard?
All right.
Good. Now tell us this. The Rocky Horror Show is 25 years old and people are still flocking to see it in the cinema and obviously in theatres. Why is that, do you think? Why has it been so popular for such a long time?
Because it's rather good. And I think that they can join in. I think that's the most important kind of factor. People feel they can go along and have a party. If the show's coming to town, a lot of people start to get ready at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, because they know they're going to be there at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. They go home, shave their legs, you know, put their makeup on, and by the time they get to the theatre, it's a bit like foreplay to some extent.
Okay.
By the time they get there, you know, they're really kind of hyped up, and it's party time.
Let's do the time work. Okay. Now, tell us this. You were in the science fiction film Dark City with Rufus Sewell last year. What's the weirdest thing about being in a Hollywood blockbuster?
Well, generally speaking, if you're not careful, if it's Hollywood driven, you get lost in the shuffle, because Hollywood's like that. They play power games. But luckily, this was made in Australia, and Australians don't go down that path. Australians are very, very democratic, and consequently, it was divine, because everybody on the set was there to do the same thing, and nobody played any ego games. It was an ego-free zone, you know, which was kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, excellent. Now, tell us, what else have you been up to recently?
Making an album. I've just finished an album called Absolute O'Brien, which I've just released last week. And that's one of the reasons I'm here to talk about it, actually. It's melodic, I think.
Melodic?
Well, it's very difficult. Everybody wants to know, because music's fragmented, and is it house, is it acid rock, is it this, is it that, you know. Slightly jazzy, but melodic, really.
Okay, so you're not going to sort of pigeonhole it into one type of music.
Well,
then?
apartment jazz is what I'd call it, you know. It's like imagine if you were in a loft in New York, you know, with the windows open and a sax was kind of wailing up from the street. It's that kind of music.
Very romantic.
Okay, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, definitely. I like the sound of that one. So tell us your qualifications for being wise. As if you've been
Being
already,
what?
Your qualifications for being wise.
For being wise?
Yes.
Well, age has got something to do with it. If you don't learn something, you know, with age, you're lost, really, completely lost. And one of the biggest things about wisdom, is the first thing you stand up and say, I am not a fool. I will not let anybody tell me that I am a fool. This is the first step to enlightenment. I will not put up with it anymore. I am wise. And then complete enlightenment comes when you say, actually, I am a fool.
I like that.
That's real wisdom.
Oh, excellent. Well, are you ready to send your words of wisdom down the phone lines?
Yes, I can attempt to do so.
I think on line one we've got Catherine from Hampstead. Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question to Richard?
I really want to be an actress. How important is it that I go somewhere like RADA or another famous drama college?
Well, the big question you first have to answer is, do you really want to become an actress, or do you want to be famous? Now, you have to really answer that truthfully to yourself. And if you really want to become an actress and you have some kind of aptitude, or you feel you have some kind of aptitude, going to RADA these days is no longer important. People think it's important. People spend a lot of money because it does cost a lot of money. But the best thing to do is get out there, keep working, try to get a job any way you can, get through the back door, keep knocking on doors, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. The only person that can actually stop yourself is yourself.
Brilliant.
Very good advice.
Thank you for that.
Hope that helped you out.
Now, we've got another caller on line 2, who's Wayne from Great Yarmouth. What's your question to Richard, Wayne?
Hi there, Richard. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. I've just got a slight request, really. I'm a bit of a terribly shy, self-conscious dancer, if the truth be known. I regularly trip over my own 2 left feet. How can I lose my time-warped inhibitions? Can you teach me how to dance?
Well, I'm actually no good at doing. I'm no good at doing dances which people say you start there and you do that and you all do that. I'm no good at choreography, but I'm quite a good little mover. So my advice is to do this as I do: is you stand still. You stand on the spot like this, you say.
Yeah.
and all you do is groove on the spot. And you don't have to do anything. Because
Yeah,
it's quite
I'm pretty
cool,
good at
it's
that.
quite groovy.
Yeah.
And then every now and again you might just want to go like that, and you go, whoa, look at that, do you see that? You see that? Everyone thinks,
It's going to
"Whoa, that's
undulate
cool."
on the spot for a
So,
while.
as little as possible, and you go... But make sure it's your choice to do as little as possible. Just groove, baby, it's cool.
Excellent advice.
Groove,
for
baby, Wayne,
for
thank
all
you.
dances. Thanks for that, Wayne. That's very good advice. I think I'll take you up on that. Now, we've run out of time, unfortunately, but thank you so much
Yes,
for coming
thank you
on.
very
And
much.
best of luck with the
Good
album
luck
and
with
all
everything.
that.
It's my pleasure.
Come back and see us again, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Excellent.
Good.
You too. Now, if you want to leave us with your final words of wisdom, we're going to nip next door.
Yeah, well, the final words of wisdom actually from Shakespeare, and I'm paraphrase here. To thine own self be true, and then you can't be ungroovy to anybody else, can you? It's true.
Wise and funny.
Yeah, I love that. You should check out that dance routine, Malcolm. I think you can learn from
Right,
it.
chaps, it's Bedrock barometer time. And today I'm taking you on a voyage to the final frontier and boldly going where man has never gone before. For this is my barometer of sci-fi TV programmes. Rachel, will you turn for me?
I will turn for you.
Thank you. Coming in at Flash 1, not Flash... but Flash Gordon. The original black and white TV series was so bad, full of so many dodgy special effects, and in the 70s film, Richard O'Brien was fantastic, though it has to be said.
I remember the first series back in the day.
Coming in at +1 is Quantum Leap. Now, the actual storyline of this is what makes it so good. A scientist skipping about through time, having to solve problems before he can leap again. Simple yet very clever, especially when he leaps into the body of women and has to snog men. Lovely. Coming in at -2, Doctor Who, the TARDIS. Yes, getting worse, I'm afraid it has to be said. It's been repeated so many times it just gets more and more rubbish. The baddies are terrible, especially Daleks. Exterminate, exterminate. That's all they ever said. They're so scary and they can't even go upstairs. It's not good. Right.
What's doing there? That's well, isn't it?
Coming in at +2, my favourite, I love this man, Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Wilma's lip gloss is enough to put this one at +2. Buck, however, is my hero. The cat suit, the hair that never moves, the incredible vision of the future, and of course, Tweaky! Hooray!
A robot with a speech impediment. Very
Coming
modern.
in at -3 is V. Yes, I hated this. I remember this when I was about 7. Incredibly bad lizard-like aliens, thank you, Neil, are disguised as humans, and only about 3 people have noticed. And the scenes where we see the aliens eating hamsters and gerbils have to be the worst telly ever. Very funny, but not very tasty. Coming in at +3, the best of the very best. We just don't have the power captain. It's Star Trek.
Cool.
Yes,
there you go.
Well, thank you, Heather. That's fantastic. Great. Happy birthday, Malcolm. Whoa.
Well done.
A bit like my birthday, really, isn't it?
Okay, as much as we love to probe Heather's mind much further, I'm afraid we've run out of time, but thank you to everybody for coming in today, and our employee of the day, Sarah Buckingham, our production coordinator.
Don't miss tomorrow with another jam-packed show.
Malcolm.
Bye!
Well, if I wasn't in it, I'd be watching it. Thank you very much for watching.
So to be two, this is Bedrock.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks for giving birth. Thank you. All those years ago.